Hello Internet, this is Learn VLOOKUP in 5 minutes. The VLOOKUP formula looks like this. It's composed of 4 parameters: the lookup value, table array, column index number, and the range lookup. Now we're going to use VLOOKUP to pull and display a particular data here based on a lookup value, which is going to be in this example subject 335. And we're going to have VLOOKUP look through this list, the subject list, and look for subject 335 so that it will return the randomization date here, February 28, 2013. So we can type it out, but we're gonna go ahead and use VLOOKUP, which is more fun. So let's go ahead and enter VLOOKUP, and then the lookup value, like we said, is going to be subject 335. So we click on the cell. We don't type it out. We just click on the cell. It's going to be cell B8. It automatically populates it, comma, to move on to the next parameter. Now the table array is going to be the source where you're going to be pulling the data from. This case is going to be our subject list tab. And the table array is going to have to include two things. It's going to have to include the column with the lookup value, and then the column that we're going to be indexing, basically the column that we're going to be pulling data from. In this case, is the randomization date. Another very important rule is that the table array has to always start with the column that includes the lookup value. So in this case, subject, so we're going to have to start from column E. So let's go ahead and click on and select the entire column and drag it out all the way to column J. So now this is our table array, column E through J of the subject list tab. Enter comma to move on to the next parameter, column index number. Now this is where you tell Excel, hey, within this table array that I just told you or assigned you, use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use the 6th column to pull data from. So we're gonna go ahead and enter number 6. And then enter comma to move on to the last parameter, and we're going to tell Excel whether if it's going to be an approximate match or an exact match of the lookup value. Almost always is going to be an exact match, so go ahead and enter false and close parentheses and enter. And voila, there's February 28, 2013 for subject 335, which is correct. Now, again, going back to that, we could have probably typed this out much faster than typing out the formula, but there are two reasons why you might want to do this. One is the automation. The subject number, for instance, right now it says 335, but say for instance we would like to know somebody else, 722. Well, that one doesn't have a randomization date, so let's do 373, the next one. It's March 13, 2013, so 373. All we need to do is just change the subject number, and it will automatically display the corresponding randomization date. So one thing is automation. The other thing is here, example 2. Say for instance you get a much longer list like this one. This one has 76 subjects plus 1 for the header, and it will be very cumbersome to type out each date since there are 75, 76 of these. So VLOOKUP will be a very, very good solution here. So let's go ahead and do one. The lookup value is going to be cell C2, so click on cell C2, comma. Now the table array is going to be from subject to randomized, column E through J the same way, and it's going to be on column number 6. Enter comma, and then it's going to be a false. And we have that there. And we're not going to copy the rest of them. There's one way to do it automatically. There's 76 of them, which is double clicking on this little knot that you see, double click it, and it automatically autofills with the same formula all the way down to the last row.
Alright folks, that's it for today. If you like this video, you might be interested in the course that we're about to launch in the coming weeks. Go ahead and scroll down further down the video that you just watched, and you will find a form. Go ahead and enter your name and email address, and we will be sure to notify you as soon as we have that course available. Also, if there's something that causes you a lot of pain every time you work with Excel, please let us know. We will see if we can create a video with tips and tricks that may help with the painful tasks that you may have at hand. Until then, happy excelling!